Well, big surprise. I went back to the flea market, went to see the guy selling the BB guns, and I bought way too much. Let's check out what I got. I got all of these. I got 4 CO2 guns. I got 2 rifles and 2 old Crossmans. One being the 1377, the other one's a Medalist 2 1300. The Medalist 2 needs a foregrip, but these both work. I got this Crossman single action 6, which he actually had a bunch of these. I'm probably going to go back for it because I didn't realize exactly how badass this really was at the time. So I'm going to go buy the rest of them. I bought a metal body 880, one of the good ones. Just needs a pump cup. I got whatever this is. It's made in Italy. It's called a Roger, and it looks neat. It's all metal. It's heavy, but the CO2 seal is out where the cartridge meets up with the mechanism inside. The little white washer is just completely dried out, so it's going to need another one of those. Not a huge deal, but I don't know if I really want to mess with that or just move it along to someone that does. I got a really nice Daisy Powerline 1200. Real nice example, metal body. My previous one was plastic and I hated it, cracked and blew the hell up. So this one actually fires. Believe it or not, it actually had a 20-year-old CO2 cartridge in it. It was all rusted to hell, and it still worked. So, cool. Alright, this one I picked up for my buddy Eric. Y'all know him as 76 Hot Rod F250. He's been looking for one of these. He had this model when he was a kid. It's the Daisy Buck platform. Has the side door, but it's the old plastic cocking lever and short hollow plastic stock. It is a model 105B, and he described it in detail. He said that it is the same build as the Daisy pop guns they had back in the day, which I also have. And I had one of these as a kid. I didn't have a BB gun. Parents wouldn't let me. But exact same model as the pop gun, but you know, orange tip. Yeah, seems to be a really nice 105B. Really clean. I think he will enjoy this. It's very powerful still. Shoots like the day it was made. So he just kept texting me like, hey, you think he's got one of those? I'm like, I'm sure he has at least one of those. The guy bought, I found out, over 1,000 BB guns. I thought he only got like 200. No. And last but not least, it is the Crossman air guns Z77 Uzi. The CO2 Uzi, banned in the 1980s for what some people say political red tape, because it looks a little bit too real. And honestly, I think it's just fun myself. It has the metal sling mount. I love the safety and the really strong click it makes. Bam! Just feels awesome. This one also needs the CO2 seal. I just kind of stuck a cartridge in there because the handle grip actually clips to the cartridge, and I was tired of this falling off. They had tape wrapped around it when I got it because they didn't want to lose the grip. There was no cartridge in it, so I just stuck it in there. Anyway, let's fire a couple of them. I'm going to show you the single action 6, which is a 22 pellet revolver. So, I'm going to get this out, get some CO2. Ooh, last cartridge. Now the single action 6 has probably got one of the weirdest CO2 loading systems I've seen, where you just have this little rolling wheel and so like some thread stock. So to back it off, you know, lefty loosey, it backs off. Just a little thumb screw. Penetrates the cartridge nicely. And this might require both hands on my part, so I'm going to do my best here. Shell. It's actually got an old brass seal inside, so it doesn't have the white washer or anything. This is real old school stuff right here. Well, I went up to Walmart and I picked up some Premier Piranha 22 caliber pellets, and we're going to give them a shot. Now to load this guy, you just have to pull the drum around to where you see an opening. I already got a pellet in there. There's an opening. It actually has a slight little thin spring in there so the pellet will clip in. So really hard to film. Just kind of wiggle it and it'll drop in place. Pop it in. Rotate around to the next slot. Okay, now we're all loaded up. Now all you got to do is you cock the hammer and it'll go into firing position. I will be shooting this target from 20 feet away, just outside my garage door. Aiming for the middle circle. It groups really nicely for something made in the 1960s. Next up I'm going to be shooting the 105B just to tease my buddy Eric because he hasn't gotten to play with it yet. Let's check it out. Again, I will be shooting this target from 20 feet away, just outside of my garage door. Let me know what you think of the recent BB gun finds. Hopefully all of the parts will come in for the Z77 soon, and we'll be able to see it in action. If it just doesn't work, I'm going to bolt it to the shop wall over there and just be done with it, but it'll look cool. Well, stay tuned for more as always. I'm always going out to flea markets, garage sales, scrapyard, fixing stuff. So press the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.